Yo, what's happening, people? Welcome back to the Brothers Geek Out episode number 370. And we are joined by the brother Kibler. He's back. Kibler's back after the
What's
summer
happening, guys?
vacation. Been dealing with some
Summer
stuff.
vacation.
I know, it's not been a vacation at all, bro. And as you can see, I'm back in Dubai, trying to get back into routine and whatnot. It's a shame that things were going on, just being busy.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's why we won't be able to connect and do this podcast side by side at home. But obviously, little bro Ash got involved. But how you been, Kibs? People want to know what's been going on.
No, I'm good, bro. I'm good. It's just life gets busy. We're, with baby number 2, it's full on. Just trying to do as much as we can, but try and fit everything in at once. But then I'm working on training as well and just trying to get myself better as well. Life's just been busy. It's hard. It's hard to keep up with everything, but we do the best we can. So having a little bit of a break, but we're trying to do like a little rebrand. While you were here, you got to do a couple of screenings, which covered me, which was really good. But we did the last one together.
Yeah, that was awesome. We'll talk about that. I've done a little review on Gran Turismo. We'll talk about it in depth. But yeah, it was good to be home, man. It was so hard.
I know, bro.
Just miss the kids so much, miss the babies so much, just miss being at home with everyone. As soon as we came back, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why this happens, bro. So we get to the airport in Heathrow.
Mm-hmm.
Her passport, my wife's passport, never scans, right? Because there's some problem with the name or whatever. Anyway, we go to see someone. First of all, we're going up and down the
What's this? This is Heathrow, yeah?
This is Heathrow first. This is Heathrow. First of all, we go up and down the airport. They send us to section A, to B, we're going up and down. Anyway, we get to the section. Then nice lady decides to help us out. Cool. I don't know, she was super nice, but she just randomly was like, oh, my printer's out. Oh my God. I'm going to pass you on to someone who might be able to help. And she brought this new thing about visa in Dubai. And I was like, what? Like, we're residents. I don't know what visa. Anyway, we go to the next person. She packs her bags and she's gone. So I reckon she went on lunch or off for the shift. So she passed us on. Anyway, passed on to another dude, really nice guy. But then all of a sudden, he was saying your baggage allowance is too much. You've packed over 32 kgs, but you're only allowed 23. And I'm confused now, and I'm in the missus confused. We're like, no, it should be fine. And he was like, no, it's not. It's going to cost you another £60. And he was super, super nice. So I'm sweating, right? But I'm like, he's super nice. So he's actually he's actually done a great job to keep the situation under control. And then we're like, hold on. I was just about to pay it. And then I was like, hold on. I'm a silver member. Does that make a difference? He goes, of course, yes. If you're a silver member, then it's fine. I'm not sure why it's not showing up in the records. He had my wife's records up rather than mine, basically. Anyway, we're trying to find password. He's like, you need to have your card. I'm like, I don't have the card on me. I've never had to have the card on me. Blah, blah. Trying to give him membership number. I'm logging into my laptop. Back is all sweating. But he, like I said, I give him credit because he was very patient and he tried to help us find a solution. Anyway, we found a solution. Nice guy. Really nice guy, customer service. Anyway, get on the plane. This was the only positive thing about the whole trip. Somehow we were upgraded to premium economy. Well, not complaining, just don't know how. But we were on premium economy, cool. Enjoyed the flight. It was a late night flight. I don't sleep anyway, so there was no way I was sleeping on a plane. I ended up playing chess the whole night. I watched the movie and whatnot. Anyway, no sleep. I'm tired. We land in Dubai, 7 a.m. I'm shattered with a whole night of no sleep. Get to the car rental place and bloody just typical Dubai. Nothing. A friend said this today when I met him. Goes, listen, man, we all have to live like this in Dubai. Nothing goes according to plan here. There is no customer service here. There is no such thing. Go to the car place. They're refusing to give me the car now because I don't have my physical license. It's a new law that you have to have your physical license, so they have to scan it before they give you the car. I've been renting from this place from last year, October. Not once have they asked for my physical license. They've always used my Emirates ID because everything's connected to that. Automatically, I turn green and I'm like, come on, I've been renting with you from October. How am I supposed to get home now? Blah, blah, blah. She was just terrible customer service. She was just like, nothing we could do, we just deliver the car. Like, no consideration of like, I just came off this flight. I booked 6 weeks ago before I even left. And I was telling them, I booked it before I left. Why don't you tell me then? All this, no concept, just bad service, just attitude. And I'm just like, fuck, Dubai is just so typical. And then Mrs. is way more calm. She's already booking a taxi because she knows we ain't getting a car. I'm all fucking all over the place. And I'm like, fucking Dubai, man. Why is it so bad? Why have they only focused on customer service for tourists, but not even people living here? Like, why have they been so bad? They just got shitty people and shitty processes in regards to service for everything else. Anyway, bro, we get a cab, waste of 40 quid because I was supposed to have the car. Waste of 40 quid, got over it. Super tired when we get home, obviously no sleep. We didn't have the car. They're going to deliver it to me. They didn't, I was emailing them. They didn't respond anyway. So we needed milk. Man, I had to walk. So our closest grocery store is like, it's like at least a mile down, right? Like one of them is like 3.4 kilometers on the other side. One of them is like 1.5. Still like a mile sign. Anyway, I was like, let me go take a walk. Should be fine. I'm tired, but let me do it. Well, middle of the day was the biggest miss. It was hot.
Oh, you
We're hitting over 40 degrees. So I get out of the house and I'm like, whoa, this is hot. I could do this. Let's go. So I'm walking. I get there and I'm losing, bro. I'm proper losing. And I'm like, do I just stay in the shop for like 10, 15 minutes to cool down, or do I just walk back and just get home?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I ain't got time. Let's walk back and get home. Bro,
Oof.
I'm walking on the way, but I'm not even joking. I think it's because one, I was tired, and two, it was super hot. I don't even remember the walk home. I was like hallucinating and shit, but it was so hot. I got in the house. I was ringing because the missus fell asleep. She was obviously jet lagged as well. She didn't ring, but I didn't even know that I was waiting there for 10 minutes because I was just so delusional because of how hot and tired I was. Anyway, she opened the door. She's like, I'm sorry. So I'm like, it's cool. It's just so hot. It's just so hot. It's hot. Bro, man, I was out of it, man. Yesterday was such a write-off, man. I took a nap. The guy woke me up to deliver the car. He's like, I've been waiting there for 25 minutes. I'm like, sorry, bro. I took a nap. I didn't know what else to say. Took the car. And then, then we went out for dinner. Had some nice Japanese ramen. That was the plan. I was telling you, we're going to go to our favorite ramen place, get emotional, cry, and that we left you guys and eat, which was a lovely dinner. Anyway, take you there when you guys come here. And then, bro, I'm not going to lie, came home super tired. I know me. I don't sleep. That's just fact. I'm so tired, but I know I won't sleep. So what I did was I was like, I had to do this. I had a bit of a headache. I was like, you know what? I'm going to bust a little night nurse. And then I'll bust it to go to sleep. Bro, the only thing in this world that makes me sleep a full 8 to 9 hours is night nurse. It knocked me out. In fact, for 10 hours, it knocked me out because I went to bed at 10. It woke me up at 8. I woke up at 8 with my alarm went off.
That's a good sleep, man.
It was a good sleep, bro. If someone invented the healthy version of night nurse, I would buy that and take that every night, man. Because that's the only thing that conks me out.
So what, isn't there... So it's something to look into, bro.
I know, but because night nurse is obviously a medicine, but it's unhealthy to take that every day. You know,
no, of course,
sugars and syrup and whatnot, and then all a bunch of aspirin and bullshit in that, right? I don't know who. I wish someone created a healthy version of it, man. I mean, look, with health sleep remedies, there's magnesium, there's this, there's lavender, there's
finishes,
whatever. But I need someone to create, just like night nurse, a healthy version of night nurse, a liquid potion that I could just sip and knock me out, because it's the best, man. It's the best thing for me for sleep, but you can't get used to it. I can't get used to it. I have very bad sleep problems. There's no way I'm going to get used to something like night nurse to put me asleep. It's too dangerous for long-term effects.
Crack that drink open. Let's share it.
But no, that was my day. That was my day, and today just getting.
That sounds Well, you got sleep, which is a good thing, bro.
I needed it, bro. And the place is a mess because there was a storm 2 days before we came.
I saw it.
And the garden is a mess. So yeah,
you need to get one of them leaf blowers and blow it into the next person's garden, bro.
I know, bro. I don't even have that much. I cleaned the front today. I sweep that down. Tomorrow I'm gonna start with the garden and just kind of sweep it. But yeah, trying to get back into routine. Started fasting immediately. Diet still a bit basic, but started fasting immediately. Go back to training hopefully Thursday, I think. Got to take care of things at home. But yeah, bro, that's just been the journey back to Dubai, man. That's been the journey back to Dubai. But I miss you guys, man. Oh my God, I miss the kids.
Oh man, you miss too, bro.
I miss waking up, going downstairs and squeezing Isla's cheeks, and wrestling with her for like 5 minutes, and then get to, oh my God, I miss it so much. It's heartbreaking. Never easy, never will be easy, bro.
No, that's always the hard part, man. It's home, innit? This is home.
Nothing beats home. I'm telling you, man, I've been around the world, man, and nothing beats home. I don't care.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly, yeah. Well, you've had an extravagant couple of days. I had a really interesting day myself yesterday. So at work, usual palaver, trying to get things done. To be honest, bro, I put my headphones in, I try and get my work done. I thought I'd go grab some lunch. I was on reserves as well in the morning, so I need to go get some petrol. Bro, I get pulled over by the police.
Oh, my God.
So basically what happened was I was listening to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles new soundtrack, and it's got NT Up on there. And I was like, NT Up, like just in a good lunchtime mood, bro. I'm like hungry. I was fasting as well. So my first meal of the day, so I was excited. Bro, all I see is two guys in high-vis jackets with the gun. And they were like, pull over. I was like, oh my God, why me? Of all days. Anyway, alhamdulillah. I got a clean license, no speeding points. I've never had any incidents and stuff. So since I passed since I was 17. But when you get pulled over in that moment, you're like, oh man, this is basic. This is just ruined my whole day. And all I wanted to do is eat, man. I was hungry. And the woman in front of me was getting a ticket. Luckily, good old, London Met. The guy let me go. He was like, you're clean. There's nothing on there. Just calm down, slow down.
Oh, God.
And I was quite honest with him. And he was asking me, like, what, the speed limit, don't you? And I was like, yeah, it was 30, man. But I didn't even realize. He goes, 35 is all right, but you were doing 37, so you've gone up a little bit. But yeah, he let me go, man. So good on them. But I know they're doing their jobs. But yeah, I need to calm down on the road as well.
Got to be careful, man. Listen, I spoke about this on the podcast last week. Driving in London is difficult because, bro, 20 miles per hour. I know you would do it on a 30 road, but 20 miles per hour is hard. To concentrate to be on 20 miles per hour is difficult. My God, cannot do it.
Yeah.
But it was hard. But driving in Dubai is, like I said, it's not easier, but it's way easier. Like I said, big roads, motorways. I got my car. They gave me a smaller version of my car, which is the first one I got, which is what I like. So like it reminds me of the Nova a little bit, but not as good. But,
okay.
Just in and out. But drivers as usual, basic already 2 days in, beeping at people and like, holy shit, man. The drivers here are worse than London drivers, by far. But yeah, well, I'm glad you didn't get a ticket, man. That would just ruin the day, man.
That would have messed things up. But I suppose goodwill, good things. I need to do something good as well in the process. So if I can give back, I'll give back, man. That's it's full on, bro. Full on. Yeah. But it's been busy. Yeah, I'm just trying to keep busy. But we did a couple of screenings. We could talk about. We could go through things. I didn't get the chance to speak about Oppenheimer. What else? Mission Impossible. What else was there in between?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We can watch Gran Turismo together. I guess we can go through the list. I mean, of what your thoughts were. I mean, starting off with Mission Impossible. I guess. What was your? Yeah, I guess you get. Well, I'll tell you what. Before we get into that, bro.
Go for it. You do what you have to do.
No, well, look. Again, sad news, but I have to.
Oh yes.
With this as always, Paul Reubens, who also I think more famously known for his role as Pee Wee Herman. That's what I know him for. And no need to talk about anything in the past. No need to go through none of that stuff. But he passed away. I don't think he was that old, right? Was he like early 70s or late 60s or something?
I think it was late 60s, bro.
Okay, I didn't look into why he passed away or what happened or whatnot. I just remember him from those old Pee Wee Herman movies.
Bro, he was a funny character in Mystery Men as well. But he played the Penguin's dad in Tim Burton's Batman. Guy's got a massive catalogue of stuff that he's did, and leaves back a massive legacy of the roles he did.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I feel like again every week we have something, and it's a lot of our childhood. I wouldn't say heroes, but people we just know more from our childhood, right? From those eras and whatnot.
Yeah.
So anyway,
no, definitely.
Rest in peace and condolences to his family. The second thing I want to bring on before we go into the movie reviews, because I'm bringing this up all the time.
No, of course.
Is Sound of Freedom. Again, this movie needs to get the recognition it does. It needs to get the exposure out there, because it's a movie about a real life $150 billion industry of human trafficking. More importantly, children human trafficking. And some of the scandals that's going on in the world and whatnot. And we've heard a lot of controversy about it. There's been a lot of boycotting going on by Hollywood and whatnot. So it's getting out there. It's being released in the UK and multiple other countries. I'm gonna bring it up. Until I've seen it, I'm gonna bring it up, bro. So you guys get it.
No, of course, bro. It's a massive thing, bro. It's a massive thing. It's real life world, isn't it? It's like this is happening. People need to know, and I know we live our everyday lives, but these are real human beings. These are, bro. Listen, I couldn't even think about that. I know that I'll end up going to prison because I'll be a Punisher guy.
Well, that's it.
I don't care. Yeah.
I reference this brother as a Punisher as well.
Yeah.
Is the cast is a guy called Tim Chavezel. Man, you know me and butchering names. I'm trying to find who's the main military guy it's named on, it's based on. The director is a guy called Alejandro Gomez. Again, forgive me for butchering names.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find. True story. In support of another true story behind Tim Ballard's work is the multifaceted.
Yeah, that's it. Tim Ballard. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I got some greasy hands, man.
Well, listen, man. The movie needs to get the recognition. There's something that I read about it as well, which was unfortunately, but also unfortunate. Apparently, a guy called Fabian Marta, who's a funder of the movie, was arrested for child kidnapping.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you read that, you're like, what the F? But also, I feel like people do that to see if they can cover themselves. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And the fact that this movie's out, he funded, and they caught him in the process, if this is all true, it goes to show that people, someone like, the work of Tim Ballard and whatnot is working. And he's not canceling out anyone just because you funded the movie. Like, I'm gonna look into you probably. I don't know how we got caught or whatnot, but do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, people do that. It's like those people, like, you've seen things like, I don't know, politicians or whatnot, or religious people that are like swearing at gay people and really hate them. I hate them with my whole life. And then after you find out a scandal story that they were in some gay sexual relationship, like, when you're trying to so much convince people that you're anti this, did you actually try? I feel like this is one of those things. Like, he was like, oh shit, they're scared. Let me fund it so I don't get scammed and get caught or whatnot. I won't be a suspect. And then, they found out that he got arrested for child kidnapping. I think that's my theory. That's what I think happened. I hope this ain't fake news.
Okay, interesting.
But just wanted to kind of put that out there. But just more importantly, give more recognition to the movie. Cool. Well, let's go into the review.
Well, listen, it's a movie. No, we'll do. Yeah, it's a movie that is. Trying to remember is it Jimmy? I can't remember the actor's name who's playing it. He did a movie with Mel Gibson called Passion of Christ. He's done other important movies and TV shows that is where it's real life stuff. He seems to have a passion and a message to send out there. So, yeah, man, I want to see this movie too, bro. I didn't want to watch it on pirate. I do want to watch it. I do want to support it. And I don't mind talking about it all the time, bro. You know what I mean? It's something that's dear to my heart. It always has been. And if I could do anything to help promote something like this and make awareness to people to keep an eye out. And, you know, as I said, bro, if I have to go for prison of taking another life or a couple of lives because it harms my family or anybody or children, and then I'll do it. You know, it's a sacrifice I am willing to make. But it's all depending, isn't it? I mean, that's our thoughts at the time, but it happened. And there are some sick people out there. People need to be aware of that. It's so important. People are aware of that, man. As a father, as a parent, yes, I'm always looking around, always double checking, always close by. You know, in some ways, it's pretty scary. But then yeah, there's so much to it. Sound of Freedom, guys. If you guys are listening abroad, it's maybe already out. But in the UK, hopefully, what is it, next week or something?
I think so. I said it last week on the podcast. I can't remember. It feels like end of August or beginning of September. Oh. I forgot, but it's coming soon. But yeah, I agree. Watch it in cinema. You know, support it, and you know, it's like I spoke about this last week. It's a shame that government world leaders can't just put all their bullshit aside and just unite together. Like I'm talking about religions, race, countries, politicians. You can unite together for our children. But then again, I was thinking about from the other perspective. They don't give a fuck who they blow up. With these politicians who go to war and like to throw drones at innocent people and blow up, innocent weddings or whatnot. They don't give a shit about the children that they're blowing up. So really, they don't give a fuck about the children. So they don't give a fuck. They don't. They no one does. That's why this individual, was it Tim Ballard, doing his work. Oh, fuck. You need people like that. Amazing people. I was saying that
you do.
War veteran, like this is like the Punisher, man, a skilled war veteran who put his skill set to good use, to a use that will help children. I mean, just what an amazing fucking guy, man. I love the dude. I don't even know him, but I just think he's amazing. But support it, watch it in cinema. Ooh, all right, let's go into some previews, bro. Some movies.
Hold up, man. I need to find out something. Is this real or fake?
What is that?
There's like a bug here, man. It looks butters.
What, big one?
Alara. It's big, man. Alara. Sorry. What is that? Is that real or fake? Is that real?
No.
What is that?
Even your daughter knows.
Nah, you scared the hell out of me, man. You scared me. Well, I know it was a joke. You look cutie. Scared me, man. I was like, what the hell? Hey, good girl. Alara.
Playing jokes. And you, what was it? Big cockroach?
Nah, man, some like bug thing. It looked like I crushed it with my foot, so I was like, what is that, man?
Oh my god.
Alara, that was a good joke. You scared me. Okay, cool. Go for it, bro.
All right, cool. First one. I guess you can say Mission Impossible. What was your thoughts on Mission Impossible? I went to the screening, but you catched it after. What did you think?
Yeah, I did. So I caught it after. And what I did as well, bro, I went through all the movies like within that week as well before I watched it. And the movies are up and down, but this, bro, listen, a good, entertaining movie. I, fully understood where they want to go with this. And, each movie has got bigger and better. I think from the one with Henry Cavill, the last one, Mission Impossible Fallout, was my favorite, one of the favorite ones. I mean, number 1 and 2 still stand up high for me. Hello. And number 1 and 2 still stand up high for me. Because I feel like when movies go up to like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, they lose the original feel of what it meant. Like it's kept the theme, but like, the first movie has espionage. It has, hey dad, from me off track now, man. Espionage, covert stuff, mystery. It had a mystery to it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like now even though it's got bigger and characters have got bigger, it loses what it originally had. Hold up, man, my laptop's gonna die. Let me put it on charge quickly.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
That's but listen, bro,
the first one was about cars, and then by the end of the 9th one, it's not about cars anymore. But anyway, yeah, go on.
No. Let me try and get this laptop on charge before it loses. There we go. Perfect. Excuse me. Bro, overall, great movie. There are some things I felt like they didn't have to do, but then I suppose it gives the character more of a push to where it's going to go to. Like the character for Rebecca, Elsa. They called her Elsa, who died. Like I thought that was a sacrifice that didn't need to be made. And then they introduced the character of Haley Atwell. I can't remember her name in the movie. I just felt like she was shoehorned in there. So yeah, but overall, bro, great action film. I think Tom Cruise is amazing. The fact that he does all his stunts himself and we get some crazy scenery is absolutely amazing. So no, that was good. That was a good watch, bro. Definitely a good watch.
All right, cool. What about what was the next one? I had it in my head. Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
All right, so without spoilers, because you haven't seen it yet, bro, listen, absolutely amazing, absolutely art style, unique, eye grabbing, punchy. The dynamics between the turtles, they feel like teenagers, they feel like brothers. It's amazing. Jackie Chan is the best thing about that movie. He is wicked in it, bro. He needs to do more roles like that because I feel like that brings his comedy and his acting skills much better because now he's not in front of the screen, so he's not having to do. He could be. I don't know. I just feel like he was more expressive in this, bro. When you see it, you know what I mean. It's really good, bro. Ice Cube smashed it. Everybody in that movie. You got Paul Rudd, John Cena, Seth Rogen, and amazing era of music that we grew up to when it comes to hip hop. Tribe Called Quest,
MOP,
Wu-Tang, Ice Cube. It's good, bro. Good fun. You know what? To be honest, bro, I feel like that movie, even though we take kids there to watch it, like Idris watched it and he had fun with it. Got that epic picture of you guys all together with the mask on with dad. Like it's more for adults. There's a couple of adult jokes in there, but there's throwbacks to like, Go Ninja. They had that on there as well. So you're like, it pays tribute to all the stuff that we love, but bring something new to it as well. Because I know a lot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fans. The problem with fans is they don't know how to move on and move forward. I have embraced. I was one of those fans when it came to the MCU. No, man, that's not Iron Man. The story doesn't go like that. No, that's not Captain America. Basic. I thought the first couple of movies were basic until I watched them again and appreciated. No, actually, after Avengers, I appreciated it a lot more because I was like, hold up. This is just like a comic book, but it's their own like they've spun off their own universe. Like 616 and all of that stuff. In all of our comic books, how many interpretations I can't even say the word, bro. I need to find that word, bro. Interpretation. I can't even say it. Forget it. Tongue twisting. I got my words all mixed up. How many interpretations? Now I sound like a freshie, man. So many versions of characters that we love, and so many different origin stories and Elseworld stories, as the DC would call it, are there. So like, this is an amazing put together of characters that actually made me feel like the brothers have grown together. The dynamics between the turtles was awesome. So no, listen, good watch, bro. You'll enjoy it.
Also, I can't wait. I really can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. I saw a couple clips online and I was just like, oh, I can't wait to watch this. So it's on the list. Hopefully I could get out hopefully settle down into Dubai and then go and watch it. Obviously the cinema experience here is basic, but I'll go check it out. What about Oppenheimer? What was your thoughts on Oppenheimer? Wait.
Right, here we go.
Turtles. Just real quick, I just wanted to, since we got news on that, let me just bring it up as you're talking.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Just a real quick one. The director, Jeff Rowe, record producer Seth Rogen, setting out to make sure that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was made ethically. So he was saying Seth Rogen helped make sure the Mutant Mayhem animators weren't overworked and it didn't become their entire lives. So he tried to do it as ethically as possible. You hear some of these animation movies, they've been told you need to sit back and dedicate your whole life to this and whatnot.
Listen, bro, I've heard that. Yeah. So listen, bro, that's amazing to hear. I know what it's like to be burnt out and working on projects where you've got a deadline. And it's all about work ethics, bro. If somebody can introduce that like on a producer level to say, listen, look, yes, we want to get this done, but let's try and work on it so that it's quality and people are treated in the right way as well. It's so important, bro. I mean, the writers' strike and the actors' strike at the moment now is for the people that, bro, listen, bro, some of the stuff that I heard is heartbreaking to hear, bro. You know, production people working in the background getting less than 25K a year. That's in dollars, bro. Can you imagine that? People can't get health insurance. Like, they have to work 2 jobs. It's heartbreaking to hear. I'm in that. Well, this country is almost at that point now where the working everyday working person still is struggling to try and keep ends meet. You know what I mean? So I don't know what it's like because I still get healthcare and I still get certain things that I can do, but that must be horrendous, bro. But yeah, no, listen, that's very good to hear that. Very good to hear that.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's up to certain individuals, like, you know, like be it Seth Rogen being a producer or whatever, just general people who's been in the industry, who's worked in the industry and just knows how it is. And they work themselves up to become producers and their own, you know, Adam Sandler's got his own movie studios. And I guess it will come down to those individuals who put an ethical workplace in place for Hollywood and whatnot. You know, the big corporations is always that, the Disneys, the Warner Brothers, there's Paramount. So all them guys is the ones that it's just for them, it's just business, money. You got these investors, you got these stakeholders who just want to see the bottom line and they don't give a shit. They got a timeline, they got a bottom line, and they don't give a shit about anyone as human beings. That's what corporations are, really.
It's funny. It's funny you say that because I was having a conversation today about Oppenheimer, but about the value of a person working for somebody. Without sounding bad, them guys on top, they don't give a shit.
They don't.
This, as you said there, bro, the bottom line, top line, you know, middle, in between what they get. They do not care, bro. They don't care about your situation. Doesn't matter, even HR's involved and the rest of it, bro. You're a number, you are expendable. And people need to people need to know that. People need to know that. And it's weird because I feel like I kind of faced a moment of imposter syndrome. That's it, you know, because we're people pleasers. We wanted to please them. Come on, man, pull your child down. Come on. You know, listen, bro. I'm one of the few brown people that work there, bro. I've worked my ass off to get to where I've got to, and I'm not looking out for any appreciation or anything like that. I just know my value now, so I know what to give. But I know what sort of answer I give back to you because I'm not going to be that guy who's, come on, boss, please take your hands off. Come on, please. I do it. Where I've seen people, it's a shame to say I've seen people my age that don't look like my age, bro. Actually, sorry, even worse, they're younger than me, bro. When my man's 25 and his hairline's up here, bro. And like, he's looking old, bro, because my guy was up till 3 o'clock in the morning trying to do somebody else's work. Sorry, please. I can't do this.
I mean,
but yeah.
Bro, I mean, listen, I 100%. And the thing is, I work in the corporate, but I've always had, so, okay, in my 20s, I would say I worked hard. I did. I remember doing late nights and everything. I just got the job. I was young, enthusiastic. I was also super insecure and nervous about the future, all this sort of stuff, right? And I was working hard. But then I would say, really, man, up to like 6 years ago, maybe about 6 years ago, I realized this shouldn't be my life, like forever. Like Muhammad Ali is one of my greatest, inspirations. And I loved what he said after he retired from boxing. And someone asked him, are you going to stay in boxing and train people? He goes, no, I'm going to finish off the rest of my life. I don't know the exact words, but finish off the rest of my life trying to get to heaven. Right, so pleasing Allah, and that was just him doing bare charity work and just being out there for the people and whatnot. Now, I look, I'm not saying I'm going to be doing that and whatnot, but I just knew I want to help people differently, which is why being a personal trainer is, being someone who can motivate someone and whatnot. That's what I want to finish off my life with. So I know, and I've got a game plan in place. It's going to take a couple of years to get there. Listen, selfishly, I got my life that I need to I want to grow and I want my future for my kids and whatnot. So which is why I'm building up to owning a house and all this sort of stuff. Anyway, I realized then that, you know what? Yes, I work in the corporate. Yes, I know they don't give a shit about me. And yes, I've acknowledged that all it is just a contract binding us. I have a contract with you saying you pay me this much and I'm going to do the best of my abilities between this time period to this time period to produce on my work. Outside of that, I don't give a shit. I have self-integrity. So yes, if some urgent stuff will come on, I do evening calls. That's my self-integrity, right? That's not because of the corporation or whatnot, but that's self-integrity. I could easily say, no, I'm not doing it. It's outside. I could do that. I have all the rights in the world. And I got self-integrity. A lot of people, my management, my team, they've been super nice to me and whatnot. I'm doing it for them more than the corporation. Like you guys are nice.
Of course, yeah.
But I know I got a contract. So one day if they decide to let me know, it's not hard feelings. I'm like, I got it. It's corporate. No, but bare people get let go and they get take it sort of emotionally. Oh, I loved you so much. Like a breakup. Like they broke up with the love of their life. I'm like, what's wrong? And then they become bitter towards the company. I'm like, what the fuck?
No, man.
Are you crazy? Exactly. I want to be bitter. Yes, I'll be upset, but I'm like, I already know that I've got a contract. That's it. It's corporate. Is it? So it's a contract relationship. That's it. Some people get bitter. Well, there's a group. I'm not even gonna expose it. I don't even know. There's a group that people just sign up to that hate Dow Jones and whatnot. I'm like, you guys are crazy. I can't believe people take corporations to heart. Any corporation.
That's a lot of time and effort, bro. That's a lot of hatred, man. That's like the player haters club, bro.
Whoa,
the player haters board, bro.
But if there's a Dow Jones one, I guarantee you there's one for all the other corporations out there.
Oh no, of course there is, and there's a lot of people because a lot of people put time into a lot of time in like as you said, bro, binding contract. You pay me, I do the work that I could do. If I have to go above and beyond on some things, yes, I'll go, but that's on my own will. I'm willing to do that because it's something that I have to do. But there are people, bro, that go beyond brothers and best friends and drinking parties and the rest of it. And next thing, good night, go, you're gone. And then they'll be like, oh, but such your dick. I shouldn't say that. Something
True
like
though.
that.
True.
Yeah, and then it backfires on them and they take it. But then a lot of people invest a lot of emotions up. Some of the stuff that I've witnessed and heard is something I'm glad I'm not a part of, which is a shame because I know I've got my own family. I've got my own close friends that I love and adore. I'm not looking I'll make one or two people that I could probably trust, but other than that, bro, I don't discuss much, man. My passion is my passion. Mm-hmm. And I'll keep doing what I love doing. But this paves the way, this pays the bills, it gets me to my dreams. So I'll just continue doing it. Just go from there. But yeah, no, fair play what Seth Rogen has done, man. That's amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Oppenheimer. What was your thoughts on Oppenheimer?
Beautiful, bro. Absolutely loved it. I do want to go watch it again. I do want to watch it in 70 mil format. We saw it in the IMAX in Cineworld. Bro, it's still stuck with me to this day now. But there was something, and listen, the movie's getting great reviews. It's doing great in the box office. It came out at a time where Barbie came out at the same time, which is doing really good. But I haven't seen it, so I'm looking to go watch that this week. But there's something about what Christopher Nolan does in his movies which deeply connects with me. And it's something that he does where he tells a story in non-linear time format. The back and forth jumping to keep the audience engaged. And I think because I suffer some sort of dyslexia, like I know I suffer dyslexia, but maybe a bit of ADHD, he kept me engaged in those scenes because it's a 3-hour movie, heavily dialogued, no action. Great soundtrack as well by Ludwig Göransson. And it's been stuck with me, bro. But he did something in the first 5 minutes of that movie which encapsulated me. And I think that's why I enjoyed the movie even more. He's a great storyteller. He's got great visuals in what he does. He's picked a great cast. Well, Cillian Murphy. I don't even know. It's one.
I call
it's
him
one
Cillian.
or the other.
I don't know. Cillian,
bro. You said Cillian in the last one.
Forgive me.
Cillian,
if you know me, I can't speak. I got problems reading it, bro. I tried to do the review for Gran Turismo. We'll talk about it, but I couldn't. The names, bro. That's why.
Bro, you know what I was gonna say?
I'll never get a job in interviewing shit out people and whatnot. I'm like, listen, if you want to do a podcast and talk the shit, let's do it. If you want me to interview someone, I can't do it because I won't say your name right. So forget about it.
I think next review, bro, allow the cast members' names, and just go from there. Say I watched Gran Turismo and go from there. But other than that, no, that bro, it was a good review. It's good. It's good. It's good. But anyway, as I was saying about Cillian Murphy, Callian Murphy, forgive us. There is one way to say. You know what? I'm gonna have to watch somebody else's interview to find out how his name was pronounced. Yeah, the first 5 minutes, what Christopher Nolan did there, deeply connected with me because, and this is for anybody. I think when we procrastinate or in a thinking process, a creative process, and he links it all up really nicely. Like, when the water's falling on the floor, the raindrops was the bombs exploding on the world. They all linked up. The maps they were doing the circles around was with the raindrops that were happening in the beginning. But it's not even that. It's visually stunning because there's a saying in there, just before he went back because he poisoned the apple, the other doctor said to him, and I can't remember the doctor's name, which I need to find out, was, can you, if you're not good at the actual practice of chemistry and science and stuff like that, and you're good at theory, can you hear the music? And now that phrase there, bro, has stuck with me ever since. And it's weird. It's like a movie that can give you a creative buzz, and Nolan does that. Interstellar inspired me in a lot of artwork I've done and a lot of stories. But he got me interested in time travel. He got me interested more into the black hole. He's got me interested in, the theory of things, But he did something in that scene, Can You Hear the Music, where he goes through his psychology, fears, depressions, anxiety, creativeness, desires, motivation within like a 30-second clip. That's a very hard thing to do, and a very hard thing. And I think there's a few thousands of people that connected with that scene, especially me, because I know what it's like when you're having nightmares of being creative, but how to process it all. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah. But bro, overall the movie, told in the first person, was absolutely amazing. There's so much to it, bro. I mean, you brought out a lot of points in some of the clips I've been sharing regarding, the power of what they created and how it was used. It's heartbreaking, bro. It's absolutely heartbreaking. Then people took, the character, spoilers, guys, but I can't remember what president it was because it was back in 1942 or 43, where he's like, send this crybaby home.
Oh, bastard.
Gary Oldman, when he goes in there and says, I got blood on my hands. That guy didn't give a shit, bro. That was like proper old school. And I'm sorry to say this, like hillbilly mentality.
They should be done for war crimes. All these guys should be done for war crimes. But I don't know if he's dead now. Roosevelt, was it Roosevelt?
Yeah.
Roosevelt?
I don't think it's Roosevelt. Was it Roosevelt? Anyway, listen, you're right. Any type of murder or genocide, bro, that is on that guy. I'd be haunted, bros. And I suppose Oppenheimer, as much as he didn't, he felt the aftermath of what happened and how they used it, where the Japanese were defeated, Hitler was dead, and Germany had already surrendered. Why drop it? Why drop that type of? That person has to live with that, man. A lot of people. I mean, I've seen documentaries where the guys who flew over the thing was like, "Yeah, man, we're just doing our job," and man, come on, man. Like, don't you have love for your own child, your family, but yet not the human race, the human existence, and what they did to that country is horrendous, bro. It hurts me talking about it because that was innocence, man. That's kids going to school, not knowing what's going on, lives taken in a moment, in a split second, a whole town destroyed. Fucking yeah, that's it's heartbreaking. Yeah, listen, great movie, great thinking movie, great, moments where people come out of the cinema in awe of like, what did I just watch? Talk about it. Let's talk about this. Christopher Nolan picked a subject that is not really forgotten, but I think he just reminded people the power of what these big governments have now and what could happen. Even though it was a life story about Oppenheimer, I feel like Christopher Nolan is thought-provoking, bro, and making people understand that this is the shit that our government's got, and they're not scared of the people. They'll use that shit on us, bros. You know what I mean? They will start wars with other countries where all this shit will kick off, and they will sacrifice us, bros. We're like lambs to the sacrifice, bros. They will sacrifice us, and I think people have forgotten that. And there's a really, not many people enjoyed. I've actually the comic book is amazing, but the movie V for Vendetta, when one of the things he says is that people should not be afraid of their government. The government should be afraid of its people. But the problem is that we're stuck in everyday shitty life that we have to do to protect our friends and family, and everyday shit consume us that we don't really put 100%. There's only a handful of people that can put in 100% to try and figure out what the fuck this government's doing. Yeah, anyway, there you go. Thought-provoking.
Yeah, no, bro. I mean, it's good. It's good that you got a chance to express yourself and your thoughts, and it allowed you to think about all these things. Listen, the president at that time who led World War II was Franklin D. Roosevelt. So it was him.
Fuck that guy, bro. Sorry.
That motherfucker. Fuck all of them. Anyway, and also what you mentioned about, them dropping the bomb is exactly what we spoke about Sound of Freedom. Governments do not care about children, so they would never join forces or put money aside towards that. That's why an individual had to go and do it. So it just kind of relates to that. It's never ending. It's the same.
Bro, when you went to Tokyo, did you go to?
I did go to Hiroshima. Yeah, I went to the museum. Yeah. I was on the news. I was on me and George were on some, I don't know, someone interviewed us, some local Japanese newscaster all interviewed us and whatnot. Bro, heartbreaking. When you forget war, forget who's right and wrong. I'm talking about the innocent child that was going to school. Bro, she's got a bag on. She's wearing a bag, little girl. I mean, I'm not going to name names of our nieces and whatnot or any other kid. She's going to school. This is the sort of shit that the museum highlighted. That's who they blew up. And it was fucking heartbreaking. And not just that, the after effects, some of the,
diseases, cancers,
nuclear effect, and all of that stuff. Absolutely. Oh my God. It was, and then there was thousands of people who didn't die from the blast and just were in pain. Oh God, it was horrible. It was just, again, it didn't highlight, our military. No, you blew up innocent people in an innocent town. That's what you did, right? What these kids got to do with it? But this is what I'm saying. Japan, whatever, man. Children, the world leaders don't give a fuck. You saw it in the movie. Oh, let's not blow up.
Yeah.
I like to go there for my honeymoon.
My honeymoon, yeah.
Fuck it, no. Let's cross that on the list. After you're gonna blow them up, you still have plans to go there, motherfuckers, man. It's horrible. It's the human race can be horrible. And look, the US has been a big part of war since they were freaking since the US came into as a country, they've just been involved in nothing but war, and they're still involved in war. And if they're not in war, they fund war, like the Ukrainian war and all this. If you're not in it, they're gonna fund it. And it's horrible because there's poor people living in the US right now who could use that money for better education, for better health, for better living standards. But nope, you don't want to fix up, south side of Chicago, wherever the ghettos are, but you're ready to give billions towards war and people dying and whatever, towards the Ukrainian war, whatever it is. But you got these children in south side Chicago who got nothing, and then they end up in gangs probably because they have no choice and all this sort of shit. I mean, how could you have a fucking country? They should be the most richest country, most developed country in the world. But no, like Dubai, Dubai is super safe. Really, I mean, look, there's got issues here. I've talked about it earlier, but I mean, in regards to safety and shit, man, like it's actually, I don't know. You know what? I don't know the ins and outs, but yeah, like it's crazy.
there's always a dark side of the world. We've always known that, bro. You know, and some things don't come to light. And we see it in movies. We read it in comic books. We read it in books. I don't mean nobody to, listening at the moment now thinking the podcast is quite dark and the rest of it. It's nothing like that. It's just real life stuff that we talk about. But the darker side, bro, listen, bro, Islamic country still got alcohol in there. Somehow probably getting some bacon up in there as well. You know what I mean? They are getting better.
The whole lot, everything's here.
Really,
it's all here to cater for the Western expats, or to cater towards money, I would guess, in some way. No one's perfect. No country, no people are ever perfect. It's individuals. There's 8 billion individuals on this planet. Individuals are not perfect, but just will look out for their fellow human. I mean, it's a tough one, man. It's tough. Listen, I was saying this, man. No one's different to. It's a better time to live now. Don't get me wrong. All this science and technology advancement, we live longer because of science and medical technology. Blah blah blah. Less killing. You can't just go up to someone and say, "I challenge you to a duel," and slap them in the face and do a duel off. You can't do shit like that. So it's better time to. However, people are still as barbaric as Genghis Khan days or the Napoleon days or whatever you want to call it. Any of those conquerors who, don't get me wrong, they're conquerors, they're barbarians, they kill, and they also all bring something to the world that make us live in this modern way. Like, they all bring some sort of something, in a positive way they do. But at the end of the day, they're conquerors, they're barbarians. It's no different. These world leaders are no different. The only difference is they wear a suit, they're on the news, they try to give a valid reason, blah blah blah. They're still bombing the shit out of innocent people, regardless. They are barbarians. They're just doing it with technology. It's not bow and arrows. It's not swords. It's a robot. Oh, yeah, it was a robot. It's a fucking PlayStation 5 game, a simulator. Fucking, we're going to talk about Gran Turismo, and it's like, it was a simulator did it. And it doesn't feel real, but it was real. They are fucking barbarians. No difference, just different technology.
No, I know, bro. I know.
Well, all right, cool. Moving on to Gran Turismo. We watched that one together. So there's a swift little we watched that one together. First premiere we done it in a while, since I think Shazam. I think the Shazam was the first one we done together. I obviously haven't been in the country for us to do some and stuff. But anyway.
Oh shit, yeah, for real. You were at Shazam. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
And the times I was in the country, we were doing it was COVID, or none of that stuff was happening. So anyway, man, look, we watched Gran Turismo together. It was a great experience. It was really big. It was better than the Mission Impossible one was in and out, watched the movie. I liked it. This one, there was a little drinking and networking. Not really my vibe. I'm a very introverted person. It's hard for me to network and just be extroverted and that. I like to go there, watch the movie, come out, give my review, and be done. It's great to meet some of the people. I was saying to Ash and whatnot, Kibble knew a lot of people there. There was a few people who knew me from the podcast, so shout outs to them. I'm not gonna lie, I almost felt a little bit uncomfortable when they were like, "Oh, I know you, man. I know you, bro. I feel like I've known you for ages because you've seen you in the podcast." I kind of was like, "Oh shit, thank you, man." Like, but I didn't know what to say. But it's super nice guys, super nice. Me as a person, I'm just not that extroverted guy. I'm very introverted. I can sound extroverted here because I'm talking to my brother. We're geeking out about shit. But you asked me to go into a room full of people I'm not familiar with and network. Very hard for me. Very, very hard. So, but anyway, the film. What did you think of the movie, bro? What was your thoughts?
No, listen, bro. I thought the first half of the movie was a bit slow, but then when it did pick up, it was really good, bro. And it's not a negative. I don't like Orlando Bloom, not as a person, just I don't think he's a great actor. And he kind of threw me off at the beginning. And then they brought in Jerry Halliwell to play his mum. That threw me off as well. I don't think she connected very well in the scenes where it was meant to be quite important. I just don't know. I don't think it's a. I don't know. That just didn't go with me. But overall, the underdog story, the fact this is based on a true story, bro. I could, even though it's in the title, I was like, oh, it must be just based on a true story title or some basicness. My dyslexia, man, whatever. I didn't realize that this was a real thing where somebody entered into a competition and then ended up becoming a race car driver, bro. And the consequences that come with racing, and David Harbour. I mean, I'll always see him as Hopper. He's Hopper in everything. But he connected. Getting to do something that not many people do, and being able to fit in the story of being, yes, I'm coming from a different world, but this is me. This is what I love. How do I become a part of this? And that's very difficult, bro, because we go through that on everyday level stuff. I mean, we were talking about work, how we fit in at work, how we fit in when it comes to the comic book culture, the movies, people who do reviews, It's weird because we used to watch, remember Barry Norman? Is it Barry Norman who used to do movie reviews and stuff like that back
100
in the days on
movies
the
and
BBC?
whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Channel 4 or
Where,
something.
yeah, that's right. Yeah. We're those guys now. You know what I mean? Before it was always somebody with a Caucasian, now I get to see different colors of people talking about different things. And yeah, being the underdog, that's always going to be a big part of what we do. You know what I mean? Because I feel like we always have to fight harder to find our place wherever we go.
Yeah, I mean,
but yeah, that's what I took from that. Anyway, it was a good film, bro. Bro, some of the race scenes, I was in, bro. Like, I liked what they did with the gaming element and some of the visual graphics, but the actual races itself, it made me feel sick at one point. I was like, man, I'm feeling the G-force in this.
For sure. I mean, that's what got me. I was like, I'm not into racing at all.
Yeah.
The video game, I remember playing it on the PS1, and I used to always think that the replays were so realistic looking and whatnot. I remember
Yeah.
I had no idea it was a true story. And I was speaking to Daniel, and he's into racing, F1 and all that sort of racing, and he followed it. So if you're a racer, if you follow the sport of racing, then you're going to know this story. I had no idea about this. So to go in and to find out that, man, they created this simulation, which people who got really into the game and were very enthusiastic were able to learn not just about how to race, which is a difficult thing, but learn about the car. He knew certain things about the brakes and whatnot by simulation. And it just goes to show how amazing these simulations can be and how technology has really put us in a position where, damn, you can train to be a race car driver just from a simulation and then get into the sport, understanding, okay, the sport is going to be very different physically and mentally, but you have a leg up. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. I mean, look, same with MMA. Like, there's certain fighters like John Jones used to talk about. He used to play Tekken and learn the kicks from there and whatnot, just practice on the wall, and he learned from that. I mean, it's crazy how technology can do that. But yeah, no, I just felt that, as a fan, someone who doesn't know anything about racing and not into that shit at all. I went to the Formula One in Singapore. The only thing I liked was seeing the cars and how they zoom past and the noise. And then I went for the concert, Hans Zimmer and Lighthouse Family and Red Hot Chili. I went for that. I don't know nothing about racing. This movie actually got me engaged in the racing, and I was very feeling the intensity of the races, and I really wanted him to win because of the underdog story and where he came from. And there was the dickhead drivers, and even his own crew didn't respect him because he came from a game simulation and whatnot. They really were able to express all of that and make me want him to win. And the race in itself, man, you could feel the G-force, you could feel the turns, you could feel everything. I was like, this is cool. When he was overtaking people, again, he found different ways to overtake the tracks based on the simulation, like not following the same patterns that everyone else would take. I was just like, man, this is intense. This is awesome. And just to find out that the real guy, and I'm not going to butcher his name anymore, but I think it was again, I forget it. Excuse me. Yanis. He was a stunt driver in the movie as well, which was awesome. I mean, imagine making a movie about yourself. Imagine being in a movie about yourself. Like, it's crazy, and doing what you love, which is the racing. Absolutely awesome. Look, listen, I'm not saying it's my best favorite movie in the whole world, but I'm just saying, as a movie to watch based on the video games, like, damn, it's a pretty good video game movie because it is real life as well. Someone made it real life. So actually fucking awesome, in fact.
Very good. Very enjoyable.
Cool. One more movie we both watched, Hidden Strike, Jackie Chan and John Cena, which came out on...
Who are you going to say? Mike Tyson, bro?
No, I was going to say Mike Tyson. I don't know who I was going to say. John Cena. Hidden Strike came out on Netflix the other day. Man, listen, bro, just what I expect from a Jackie Chan and John Cena movie. Just awesome. I was laughing throughout the whole movie. I think John Cena brought so much of a comedic act. Jackie Chan is just Jackie Chan. he's just epic. You know, of course, he's not doing all the stunts like he used to because he's got way older, but he could still move. He could still flow, climb up walls and whatnot, run and spin and roll and whatever.
So, bro, I find it a bit difficult to watch. That's me. And I don't know why, but I just feel like John Cena had to make this movie just to make the Chinese people happy. After the incident with Fast and Furious thing, he said.
He's a little bit of a sellout from that perspective. I don't know. I don't know if he had to make the movie to make the Chinese. I don't know. But yes, I mean, he spoke Chinese in the movie. I guess he's a little bit of a sellout just to I mean, it's fucked up. Like, just, you know. Like,
that's my fault, but I don't want to get into that, to be honest, because that's people's personal business and the rest of it. But I remember the story about what happened with Fast and Furious and how they weren't going to play it in China, and he had to go and say sorry. And I feel like he did this movie just to kind of be in the good books.
Yeah, I mean, some people know it's because he recognized Taiwan as a country and China doesn't. So he had to apologize for recognizing Taiwan as a country, which is fucked up. For him to apologize just to get that money. What about the Taiwanese people, man? That's deep. But yeah, just so people know.
All right, that's deep. Okay, cool. All right, that makes sense now because I couldn't remember what it was about. But anyway, listen, bro, it's a good fun watch. There are some funny moments. It did make me feel out of place what they were trying to do with it, but I don't know why I suddenly felt like everybody else when they watch a film and forgot to just get lost in that moment of, you know, just it's a joyful action film with two great actors doing the best things that they can do. John Cena with his comedic timing, Jackie Chan with his martial arts. I just had to see it for what it is. Where before, in the beginning, I was like, what's going on? Why? I suddenly felt like a critic. And I'm not that guy. I'm quite positive when it comes to movies. I don't say movies are, you know, are bad. And
excuse me, with all respect, it is bad. But what I'm saying is, it's a Jackie Chan movie. Like, it's just what I expect from a Jackie Chan movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, there's no. I mean, I'm not. Listen. Listen. I love Jackie Chan a bit, but Rumble in the Bronx. If you watch it, that film is very sick. But the acting is so bad. It's so cringy. I can't believe the acting is that bad, right? But I could watch that movie multiple times because it's a Jackie Chan movie. And that's all I expect.
It's got some of the best martial arts scenes in there, bro.
Yeah, that's what I found with this movie. Like, same thing. I went in with like, this is a Jackie Chan movie, and I was just happy watching it, knowing that the film is basic. I mean, it's not a good fucking film, like, you know what I mean? But if you're a Jackie Chan film fan, man, you should watch it.
You're gonna enjoy it. Yeah,
it's fun. Yeah. I think it's getting slated and whatnot with you. I mean, it should. I don't see why. You know, I understand why it's not the best film in the world.
But I don't know. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's not the best film in the world. It is a Jackie Chan movie.
Yeah, man.
It is what you're gonna get. It's like box tin stuff. This is what you're gonna get. But people,
all the movies we watched of Jackie Chan, like Wheels and Mills, Dragons Forever, you know, the police stories, the you know, all of them, right? Project A's and stuff. If you go back and watch them, I'm not saying that they're shit. I'm not. They're great movies, but they're Jackie Chan entertaining movies. You're there and you're captivated by this.
Police Story is deep though. Police Story is deep.
It is. Again, I'm not saying that they're all shit movies, but what I'm saying is, man, Jackie Chan absorbs you in so good, and even with Sammo Hung and Yung Byun are in there, they absorb you in so well. You're like, this is the best. I've watched Wheels and Mills millions of times, bro. The movie's standard. I've watched it millions of times because it's fucking awesome. Just to have
it's got great rewatchability, bro.
Yeah, that's it. So like,
it's got great rewatchability. So with something like First Strike, yeah, you're right. But I wouldn't watch this one again now.
No. I mean, I don't think I will. I don't think I will either. But you know, I expected nothing more. It was a Jackie Chan movie, and John Cena's quite funny sometimes as well. And that was it, you know, that was it. I was fine with it. I watched it all the way through and not thinking anything, just knowing, the film is basic, but this film is fun. It's Jackie Chan.
Yeah. No,
biased. I'm biased. Listen, Adam Sandler movies always get slated. Fucking love all of his movies. Zohan's one of my favorite comedies of all time. The film's hilarious. The movie's not great. None of his movies are going to get high reviews and Oscars and whatnot, but that guy deserves fucking some sort of lifetime achievement award because he's fucking amazing. I love Adam Sandler.
No, he is, bro. He brings really, really good films, really heartfelt films. Bro, man, like Big Daddy, fucking, what's that one with the remote? Click. Click is deep, bro. I love that movie. And there was something else. There was a movie where he made me cry, man.
But there's loads, man, because he always has an underlying meaningful meaning in his movies.
Yeah, he does. Great. Anyway, listen. Yeah. Hidden Strike, guys, on Netflix. Check it out.
Check it out. All right, let's finish off with some quick news, bro. Some Marvel DC stuff, and let's just finish off with some other stuff. So real quick, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is now out for streaming on Disney Plus. Check it out. I am definitely going to try and watch that on the big screen. The big screen at home, and just be comfortable and watch that, because that film was definitely awesome. Okay, looks like we found our Sue Storm for Fantastic Four. I believe this is confirmed, but Vanessa Kirby has been reportedly signed for the role of Sue Storm. Was that fake news? Or is that true? Like, have you seen anything?
I don't know. I've seen all the posts about it, but I don't know if it's true or not.
Okay, it looks like it's her. Listen, I don't want to criticize her because I don't know shit about being an actor or an actress. And I'm sure Marvel do make a great choice with casting, and they lock them in for multiple years, and you're that character forever. So I'm pretty sure that they're very strict with their casting. She must have done a great job if they won her over. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to criticize her on any of the work and whatnot. So just putting that out there. So we'll see who else they hire for that role. End of the day, the Fantastic Four movie they can't ruin. Listen, Marvel's been on an up and down. They can't ruin Fantastic Four. That's so important that they get that right. And there's so much to it. You got to, I don't know, man. You got to bring some Iron Man 1 element to this movie type of thing, you know?
Exactly.
So let's see how that goes. All right, moving on to the DC world. Gal Gadot is developing Wonder Woman 3 with James Gunn and Peter Safran. So apparently she's saying that they're working on Wonder Woman 3, and I wonder if it's with James Gunn and Peter Safran, then that's a part of the universe that they're creating. So I wonder if they want to just keep her as Wonder Woman. I think she does a great job at it. She's young still. Maybe they could just keep her in. I don't know. But yeah, I don't have any debates with that, to be honest with you. So it is.
No, listen, man. If they're looking to do that, it's just difficult with, James Gunn starting this new universe, and just to let people know, I saw Blue Beetle 2 weeks ago.
Oh, that was another premiere. Yeah, I was sure they bring that one up.
It wasn't a premiere; it was a fan screening. And got to meet the director, Angel, who directed the movie. And because of the writer's strike, you couldn't meet anybody else and the rest of it. Got to party with the dude, which was absolutely amazing. But, this is like the beginning of James Gunn's world. This is like the first part of it. So, and I've seen it. That's all I can say. Reviews will come out very soon. I know it comes out on the 16th of August, which is in 2 weeks, I think. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled. I've got a review for you guys. But it's difficult because if they keep her on, how are they going to keep her on? But then saying that, they tease Zachary Levi, Shazam, as well. So that's Peacemaker. Let's see how this works out, bro. I'm excited. Nevertheless, I'm excited. We've always got great content coming out. I've always loved, DC. Just DC hasn't got the love recently, and I want DC to get the love. These are beloved characters coming from a comic book page, but we seem to be divided as fans. As fans, you're not a comic book fan, and there was this thing going around saying, I'm not a comic book fan. I get paid by Warner Brothers. If I was to get paid by Warner Brothers, I wouldn't be living in the hood. No, I'm joking. I'd still be living in the hood because Mum's in the hood, so that makes no difference. But Warner Brothers give me these great opportunities because I am a fan. I love the content. I read the content. I grew up on the content. I'll show you my thousands of comic books that I have. Some people, hate and negativity, man. It's such a shame, bro. Such a shame, because I'd be buzzing for somebody that's a fan like me, getting to meet people that create this stuff. I'd be buzzing for you. I'd be positive for you. I'd be amazed for what you've done and what you've achieved. Yeah, it doesn't mean, I'm getting paid. Some people do it for the love of it, guys. And I hope, I'm going to share this clip. I hope I do it for the love of it. It's a shame that you've picked me out like that, but I can show you some comic book knowledge, and let me see how good your knowledge is as well, and we could share some stuff, But yeah, we were called non-real fans the other day, and I was like, oh man, that's deep. Have you even gone through what we've done? Do you listen to what we talk about? But that's the problem. People won't give each other the time.
Yeah,
brothers talk shit.
Yeah, should ignore them, guys. Though you should ignore them. Again, you don't know, but you got to remember one thing: because they were not willing to put in the work and the effort that you guys do, they don't get the same opportunities. Because they don't get those opportunities, they just want to hate on you. You know what I'm trying to say? If they really wanted what you want, because if they were called out to come to, they will go to the fucking premiere in a heartbeat, or whether it is a fan preview in a heartbeat. But because they don't do shit with their lives, they want to just turn around, oh, you're not a real fan, you're not this. They don't know nothing about us. They don't know how we grew up and all the comic books we read and all that sort of stuff. They don't know nothing. They don't need to know. The thing is, they don't need to know shit. They're just jealous at the fact that you get these opportunities, and you're only getting these opportunities because of the hard work that we've been putting in to this podcast and all the other shit that we do through, social media and all that. So it's not easy. It's hitting midnight now on a Tuesday for me. And I'm up doing this because I wanted to do this with you. It's a weekly thing that we do. I enjoy it. Then I've got to upload it. I know what you went through for the longest time for uploading it and all that sort of stuff. Finding the time to do this and that. Doing the shorts, doing the previews, the reviews. I didn't say this earlier, but trying to do the reviews when you were like, gee, can you do a 60-second review of Gran Turismo? Fuck me, that's hard, man. But on a podcast, I could give you a review and be like, fuck, yeah, cool. On a 60-second quick review, bro, fuck me, it's so hard. I had to make 6 10-second clips and then put them together because it's hard. So it's not easy, and that just wasted like 45 minutes. And I was like, oh, I could have just on a podcast, I could give you a review in 5 minutes because I'm like, fuck, I got all the time in the world. We're shooting the shit, as they would say. We're just talking. If you're asking me to do a proper review, I'm like, and this is why I'll never get a professional job in the industry, because I'm like, I can't pronounce a motherfucker's name. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that shit is hard, man. And I see some great people do great content that way. And I'm like, I'd love to do it.
Yeah.
I cannot talk like you. I cannot articulate words and sentences and read people's names like you. So I actually can't do it. But I don't know. You'll
find your way. When you keep trying, you'll find your way. Like as I did, I found my own way, and my dyslexia gets the better of me, and I can't pronounce words and the rest of it. So is she ready to sleep? Huh? Where did she sleep? Shit. All right. It's all right.
All right, cool. Well, look, let's carry on. Look, the only thing I was saying about the Gal Gadot thing was, my thing was like, if you're moving away from Snyderverse, get rid of all the characters, fresh start, all good. But anyway, it is what it is. We'll take it from there. Last thing with the DC universe, or DC in general, the cult classic 1982 film Swamp Thing, based on the DC comic character, and the acclaimed horror filmmaker Wes Cravens, who directed that movie, will be soon available in 4K. So that's pretty awesome. I remember we watched that at our cousin's house, Niaz and Noah's house. Do you remember at midnight? Do you remember we stayed up till midnight to watch that movie? Because it was actually yeah, we don't need to go into the context of where that came or what that is, but yeah. Bro, I remember that movie. I do need to watch it again, but definitely, it's coming out in 4K, so that's pretty cool.
I'll check it out again, definitely. But yeah, no need to go into the context of that.
That's it, bro. And listen, to finish off, Barbie is hitting $1 billion, man. So $1 billion movie, Barbie. Congratulations. Also, I haven't seen it yet. I do want to watch it so much. I got a few movies to watch. I don't know if I have time for all of them. I've got a few to watch out here. We'll see if I get time to watch them. But Barbie's hitting $1 billion. I mean, that's amazing. Who would have known? I definitely want to watch it. And yeah, good for them, man. Good for Barbie.
No, definitely good for them. Good for them. Absolutely smashed it.
Cool, bro. That's it. That's all I had on the news. I don't know. Was there anything else that you saw or heard out there in the industry?
Hold on. Let me see, man. Excuse me, man. Should have got some more tacos, bros.
Tacos, man.
And tacos drop, bros.
On the toilet later on, bro.
Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Oh, my back, man. Ahsoka starts next 23rd. No, I think we've gone through everything, man. Yeah, we've kind of gone through everything, so it's all good.
All right, man. Cool. All right, man. I think that's it, bro. Well, let's call it there, man. Listen, it's hitting midnight now, so I do need to hit the bed. I need to upload the Groot trailer. Groot 2 came out. Oh, I didn't talk about that. Groot trailer 2 came out for season 2, which is coming out September 6th, which is National Tree Day, apparently. But anyway, just check out the review. It's going to be another cute little shorts of Groot. The first season was that. This is going to be that. I wonder if one day we'll I mean, it's all based on baby Groot, so I'm guessing it's just going to be all cute little shorts, basically. I would love to see.
So good.
I would love to see a full-length movie about Groot and his people and Rocket, because we saw Rocket, but I guess Groot and his people, and then how Groot connected with Rocket. I think James Gunn said he actually had a script on that. But anyway, check out the review. I didn't even know that was coming out, to be honest with you. But anyway, that's it, bro. Shit, let's finish up. Good to catch up with you. It's good to have you back, bro. Hopefully we've made this a regular thing with you back on. Ash is still going to be doing the gaming channel, so check out the gaming channel. He's going to be playing his games and whatnot. He's going to do a couple game reviews on what comes out. So keep an eye on that channel too. And let's call it there, man. Peace.
Cool. All right, guys. One love. Peace.
Peace.